When I suddenly started seeing the following distortion while reading, horizontal lines like these through words on my computer, I initially thought that it might be something going wrong with the screen. But other distortions were seen on my cell phone screen as well. Faint lines above the text, tiny lines before the first letter, shadows before some letters. The distortions also appeared, though not as pronounced, when reading printed books, so it wasn't just a screen thing. I naturally began to get a little concerned. Was it an emergency? In asking around, I was advised to make an eye appointment immediately, since the retina could be damaged. To first rule out retinal detachment, my optometrist referred me to a retina specialist, who said that the distortion wasn't a retina issue, but likely refraction due to astigmatism. So he referred me back to the optometrist for prescription glasses. Thankfully, God brought it to mind that the lump on my eyelid, which appeared around the same time as the distorted vision, could have caused the astigmatism. Google confirmed. Such a lump can indeed be the culprit. Here's how it looked in August. Tiny, like a grain of sand, under the eyelid. Here's how it looked in September. And here's how it looked in October. The optometrist said that it's a chalazion caused by a blocked oil gland in the eyelid. I later asked her if I should wait to be fitted for prescription glasses so that I wouldn't have to get a new prescription when the lump goes away. She agreed. And when the lump was still there in November, she also agreed that it should be surgically removed, since chalazia are typically gone quickly if they go away on their own. While waiting 6 long weeks for the surgery, the lump appeared to be growing. My apprehension was also growing. I didn't dare look online for videos of chalazion removals. Seeing one done may have caused the surgery appointment to be canceled. Thankfully, as the date grew closer, the lump moved closer to the edge. Had it not been for that, I don't know if I could have endured the surgery. I'll spare you the details in case you're quite squeamish like me, but during this short procedure, I was squirming in the chair. The eye was well numbed, so I didn't feel pain with the incision, excision, and scraping. It was the everting of the eyelid, like flipping it inside out, that nearly flipped me out. While squirming, I apologized to the surgeon and his assistant. The surgeon reassured me that it's normal and that I could even holler if I wanted to. I said, "Oh, I would love to holler." Having been given the surgeon's permission, I even squealed at one point. I still squirm when merely thinking about the eversion, and I don't recommend looking for photos of it online. The whole procedure was done in about 10 minutes. The eyelid was only everted for about 2 of those minutes. There was great relief when the clamp was released. The other 8 minutes were for prepping and patching. The next morning, when the patch was off, the eye looked hideous. I even cried. I took a picture of it, but it's best that it not be shown. You'll get the picture with the following description. Along with the swelling and bruising and oozing, the lump was still there. It initially looked like all the traumatizing was for nothing. Apparently, the next day appearance, as well as the blood on the patch, is quite normal and common. It was my first and hopefully last eye surgery, so what did I know? I soon learned that it's even normal for a lump to still appear to be there. It's from inflammation and swelling, not gelatinous contents remaining. Just 5 days after the event, the eye looked much better. Frequent cleaning, cold compresses, and the ointment prescribed did work, but I'm convinced that it was the Lord's loving, healing hands that caused a miraculous turnaround. I'm thankful for the faithful prayers. Though the experience wasn't pleasant, the effort and even the discomfort was indeed very well worth it. Throughout the eye experience, I've naturally learned a lot about eyelids. I even learned a little Greek. The word chalazion is Greek for small knot. But I also learned a lot about myself. I thought I had a high threshold for pain, but apparently not when it comes to removing a small knot from an eyelid. I was also gently reminded that there is indeed still an eye problem yet to overcome. It's the me, myself, and I problem that all of humanity struggles with. And overcoming the selfish I isn't as, quote, quick and easy as having a small lump removed. The I analogy isn't new. Many presenters have linked the I this, I that craze with the ancient I problem of mass humanity. The hellish me, myself, and I outlook, or rather, in-look, shockingly started in the perfection of heaven when the angel Lucifer rebelled. Now called the devil, Satan, the enemy, the prince of this world, and also the wicked one, his rebellion spreads far and wide, affecting this planet to this very day. Knowing that his time is short, he's shooting figurative arrows at God's children. He tries to make us reflect him, exhibiting a me, myself, and I mentality, rather than reflecting Christ's pure heart of selfless love. We must each ask ourselves, whom do I typically reflect with my words and actions? While eye doctors can't fix every eye problem, Christ, the ultimate great physician, can indeed fix every eye problem. But we have to keep our appointments. Are we open to making daily appointments for elective heart surgeries to cut out our eye problems? We may squirm and even squeal, but the results are very well worth it. In fact, we won't make it to heaven without such daily excision. Omitting eye problems starts with first admitting that we even have them. The beginning of conquering them is just a humble prayer away. Let's keep that appointment with God every day.